Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a journey, a real classic hero's quest. But here's the twist. Our guide isn't some ancient scroll. Nope, it's a set of really powerful symbols from the 20th century, and they map out the timeless landscape of the human mind. So what you're looking at here is Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot, which he created with the amazing artist Lady Frida Harris. Now, for what we're doing today, let's just set aside the crystal balls and all the fortune-telling stuff for a minute. We're going to treat this deck as something way more profound. Think of it as a symbolic map for an inner journey of self-discovery. The source material itself basically says it all. This isn't just a bunch of pretty pictures. It's a story of transformation. It is a hero's quest. And guess what? The hero, the main character in this whole epic saga, well, that's you. Okay, you ready? Let's dive in. Okay, so any great adventure, right? It needs two things, a map of the terrain and a good, reliable compass so the hero doesn't get lost. Well, guess what? In this system, we get both. So how do you read this map? I mean, look, the Thoth Tarot is built on some really complex, ancient symbolic systems. But don't worry, we can break it all down into two essential tools for navigation. Two things that are going to guide us on this quest into the self. Okay, first up, our compass. This beautiful symbol here, the rose cross, is actually on the back of every single card in the deck. The best way to think about it is like our true north. It takes all these fundamental forces of creation, we're talking the elements, the planets, the zodiac signs, and organizes them into this one single design. It's what keeps us oriented, always reminding us that every single part of our inner world is connected. And second, we have our map. Now this is the Kabbalistic tree of life. And yeah, I know it looks super complicated, but just think of it as a diagram of consciousness itself. It's literally charting the paths from the highest, most divine spark of awareness all the way down into our everyday, tangible, material world. This is the landscape our hero, you, is going to travel through. So we've got our map, we've got our compass, the journey can finally begin. And like any great hero's story, this one is absolutely packed with powerful guides, strange encounters, and some pretty critical challenges. So let's meet the characters who are going to shape our hero's path. Every quest has to start somewhere, right? It always begins with that single step into the unknown. And here he is, the Fool. He is pure, unformed potential. He's innocence, he's spirit. He is the archetypal hero. Yep, that's us, standing right on the edge of the cliff, about to take that leap and begin the adventure. So the very first character our hero meets is the Magus. This guy represents will, skill, communication, all that good stuff. But here's the cool part. He isn't giving our hero any new powers. No way. Instead, he's like a guide who just reveals that the Fool already has everything he needs for the journey. The wand, the cup, the sword, the disc, they're all there. The power was there all along. Okay, next up, our hero comes to a veil, and it's guarded by the High Priestess. Now, she is the keeper of the unconscious, of secrets, of everything that's bubbling just beneath the surface. She is not going to give you any easy answers. Instead, she teaches the hero probably one of the most crucial lessons of the entire quest, the importance of intuition and having the courage to look beyond what's right there in front of your face. Every hero's journey has that moment, that point of no return, that critical choice. In our story, that moment is represented by the lovers. And I gotta be clear, this card is not just about romantic love, far from it. What it's really showing is a kind of sacred alchemical marriage. The big lesson here is that the hero has to learn to unite the opposing parts of themselves, like ambition and compassion or logic and intuition, to create something totally new, something more complete. So after all these trials, all these strange meetings, what's the point of it all? What's the ultimate goal? I mean, what's the treasure our hero is even looking for? Well, it's definitely not a chest of gold. It's something much deeper, a profound state of self-realization. Now, in the language of this particular system, the climax of the whole journey is to achieve knowledge and conversation of the holy guardian angel. Okay, I know, that sounds incredibly esoteric and out there, but really all it means is coming into perfect alignment with your truest, highest self. It's about connecting with that part of you that is your ultimate inner guide.
And the source material has this brilliant way of illustrating this. It's basically a fairy tale. So picture this. You've got a prince, and he represents your higher, divine consciousness. He's been separated from a sleeping princess, and she represents your earthly soul, kind of trapped in the material world. The prince has to go on this epic journey to awaken her. And their union, well, that is the achievement of enlightenment. See? It's a story of integration, of bringing all the fragmented parts of yourself back together.
All right, so the journey's complete. The goal has been achieved. The hero finally returns home. But they're absolutely not the same person who took that first fateful step off the cliff all that time ago.
Because here's the thing about this journey. This whole quest through the archetypes and symbols of the tarot, it's not really about gaining something you didn't have before. It's not about finding some secret knowledge out there in the world.
No, it's all about an internal transformation. It's about finally realizing and integrating that infinite potential that the Fool represented way back at the start of the story. You see, you don't find the treasure on this quest. You become it. And really, that's the core message here, isn't it? The Thoth Tarot, when you look at it as a hero's quest, gives you this incredibly rich, symbolic map of the human soul. It shows you the path, it introduces you to the guides, it even tells you what the ultimate prize is. But it can only do that much. Only you can be the hero. The journey is yours, and yours alone to take.